Hello guys, this is Martina
And this is Alba.
and we're here together today to answer some of your questions. So I put like a Q&A on my Instagram stories. You could ask everything about me, Alba, or like our friendship. You guys ask us a lot of questions, so today we're here to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know a lot of you are used to Italian content. Maybe the content we're going to do together is going to be in English, but don't worry. You can always use the captions. There's also an AI thing that modifies our voice in case you don't want to read, but that's a bit cringe. But it's up on you.
Yeah, like if you guys don't understand English, you can also use like this AI system. I don't know. What is it? This is weird for me, okay? It's my first time speaking in English. In a video, like, no, I actually did like 2 videos, maybe like on TikTok, but not like this. So I was like, you know what? Like, Alba want to do content in English. I want to get out of my comfort zone. And
yeah, I guess it's going out of comfort zone for both of us. So we just jumped in.
Exactly. So, okay, let's start. So, like, we received a lot of questions about how we met. Yes. So we're gonna answer the first question. How did you guys meet? I'll start.
You can say your perspective on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And you're gonna say okay. So we were in Obsidian, my favorite gym ever.
No one knows.
I'm a very big
Please
fan
sponsor
of this
her.
gym.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I was in Obsidian and I just got in. I had to like do some makeup and stuff before going to work out. And she was sitting in the locker room. She looked kind of sick. She was, something like that. A bit like dizzy. I don't know. Like I saw her while I was doing my makeup and I was like, hey girl, are you okay? Because I'm the kind of person that when she sees like someone that needs help, I want to help. So I just asked her. And she was like, yeah, I took like this energy drink, pre-workout, and now I don't feel very well. She was supposed to like go train too, but she couldn't at that point. So yeah, I was like just helping her, talking to her, and then I went to get her water. And I don't know, like I like her energy, even though it was off.
Yeah, I was dead in that moment.
I don't know, like something clicked. Yeah, then she told me she's from Spain, and I told her I lived in Spain for a little bit and I know a little bit of Spanish. And I told her I'm Italian. She was like, oh, I lived in Italy and I speak Italian too. So we just like started talking.
Yeah, I think we just found a lot of coincidences.
Yeah.
Like on my side, obviously context is the same. I just saw this girl doing her makeup. I was like, she looks good. And I was like, I like that she's doing her makeup. I also like going like this to the gym, like.
Yeah, because a lot of girls don't do their makeup to go to the gym.
It's just a topic that can be criticized if you find it.
Yeah.
But I was like, girl. But I was dying. So basically, it was like such a coincidence, but perfect coincidence.
Yeah.
We both had been here for more or less the same time.
Yeah, like you arrived. Yeah, exactly. And you arrived like 5 days after me, something like that. Yeah.
I was looking for a gym. I did like a day pass. So only
3 day pass.
Yeah. 3 day pass. But that was my first one.
It was.
It was my first one. And I was feeling so tired. So I was like, I need to have a pre-workout because I don't want to ruin this. But I would have been training at that point if I was not sick.
Yeah.
Because I was in the middle of my session and all of a sudden I was feeling like so dizzy, so sick, which is weird because I'm used to pre-workouts. So I got in, saw her. We started talking and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I speak her language. She's like, I speak your language. I know where you live. I was like, everything just clicked. Then she told me she was into content. I said, I would really like to start content. She was pushing me like super good at it.
Yeah, because I look at her Instagram, I was like, girl, do some content. Like, you're beautiful and you have like good energy, so just start doing it. I'm the kind of person that always pushes other people to make content.
And I'm like that, like with other stuff. So I really appreciated that energy. Then I went out because I was like, I need to recover and I need to work out because I paid for this day. And then we just went out together and we started.
No. First, I went to work out. You went to get tan, okay? And she didn't have like the sunscreen, so I gave her my sunscreen, and that's like not something that I usually do. Like, I don't know you, like I don't trust you, but I was like, yeah, get it, and you're gonna give it like back later. So you went outside, and then I texted you. I was like, "Are you okay?" You were like, "Oh, you're so nice that you're, you know."
Yeah, and I was like, all your content is popping on my For You page, girl. I love your content. Yeah, so everything was clicking, and then she came out, and we literally spent the whole afternoon and evening speaking. By that point, I was feeling a bit better, so we were like, should we go dinner together?
Yeah. No, like, we stayed in Obsidian until like 8:30.
Yeah.
And I got there, I don't know, like at 12.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like the whole day in Obsidian, just talking. Like,
and we started talking about like how manifestation is a thing for us, how we had this feeling of like, I need to go Bali, I don't know why, but I feel like it's the right choice right now.
Yeah.
How we both have a concept of like work life that...
Yeah, no, like everything, like I said, she was like, I think the same, and vice versa. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, another thing is that you were feeling sick. And you were like upset for this. You were like, oh my God, but this is my first day. Like, I just did like a day pass. I don't want to lose it, blah, blah, blah. But we were both like, everything happens for a reason, you know?
Yes.
Because if you weren't feeling sick that day, we never met.
I actually remember we had this conversation.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
had it.
I am kind of thankful that it was like this, because it all had to happen in this way.
And also, I remember I had this thought, like when we were not together, you went to the bathroom. You had the same thought, and I had the same. And then you came, and I told you, you were like, I was thinking the same.
We have this a lot, and we say things at a time, like now, a lot of times.
No, it's crazy.
And a lot of times, like maybe she comes in the kitchen, and I'm like, girl, I was thinking, and she's like, no, shut up, I was thinking the same.
Yes.
That's
no, like right now. So,
that's insane.
Like after that day, we started seeing each other every day. Like, I think we didn't spend a single day without seeing each other.
Hours? Yeah, no, I don't.
No. Like crazy. And after a week,
mind you, it's been more than a month now, like that we have met each other.
Yeah, we met on 25th of June, so it's almost like 2 months. I don't know. So yeah, after that, like after a week, I think we started living together because we went to like on a trip to Uluwatu and then to Gilis, and then we came back to Canggu where we're staying now. Yeah, for like 10 days we slept in the same bed. We shared a room, like
shared bathroom, shared
24 hours together. And now we are sharing a villa together. Like
at least we have an own bed, guys.
Exactly. But another thing I want to say is that now we, like, our energy, our frequency is like on the same level.
Yeah.
Like if I'm down, you're down. Like,
but that's not good either, though.
It's not good. But also our period, guys,
it's synced. Like I'm being regular, because if you're like you're regular, it's just accentuated. But no. It's irregulating, but at the same time.
Last month and this month too. Next question. Maybe we should answer, how did Alba learn Italian?
Yeah. For whoever doesn't know us yet.
Yeah.
Martina does all her content in Italian, and I'm most of the times in her content in Italian.
Yeah.
So I basically did an Erasmus for 5 months in Bologna. First month, not gonna lie, didn't speak a word of Italian. Then I met who is now my ex-boyfriend, and he didn't speak any other language. So I basically had no other choice than just start speaking.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm quite easy with languages, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to answer another question that there was, how many languages I speak. I speak 4 languages, which is Catalan, that I love, it was gonna be like, what's that? In Catalunya, Barcelona, whatever.
Okay, because she's from Barcelona.
Yes, I'm from Barcelona. Yeah, Catalan, Spanish, native languages, and then English, obviously, and then Italian.
Yeah, but I think native languages for you are Catalan and Spanish.
Yeah.
But your English and also your Italians are like...
Not native.
Not native level, but very high level. You know, like I speak Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish like as you speak Italian. Like my Spanish is way lower. Like I can understand everything.
I should practice it more though.
You practice it more. I should practice more Spanish, but I don't know. Like we just speak Italian or English all the time. Next question.
We're gonna continue. What did you like about each other?
Okay. You want to answer first?
Okay, yeah, no, I said it's a bit related with, because first impact, I was like, she works out. Like, I felt like you were my type of energy.
Yeah.
And then when you spoke to me, it was not in a, like, you know, you had nothing to do there. You could have just done your thing and go. Mm-hmm. And you were, like, willing to help. You were, like, pushing me to do better. And I was like, you don't always find girls that support girls in this way. Unfortunately, there's a lot that yes, but not always. And
Yeah,
so-
usually like there's also like a lot of competition between women.
Yes. So that energy, I was like, I really appreciate that. And then when we were outside, the fact that we shared a lot, like the way of seeing, like the positivism, for me, it's a big thing. I really
Yeah.
believe that the energy you surround yourself with, it's gonna like take
Right.
or add to yours. I was like, girl, this is the type of people I want to surround myself with. And
Yeah.
I really clicked. And for me, it's hard to click. Like either I click
Yeah.
and then I don't, I'm autistic.
Okay, yeah, so for me, it's like kind of the same answer. So, like, if I want to say something more like physically, like, I love your hair, your smile, and your body. But other than that, like, now, like, I love you.
Guys, tranquilos.
Tranquilos. Y bueno, so what I want to say, okay, yeah, so like, I love your energy, like your positivity, and then like also after like the first day and like the next day is the how you said like we were pushing each other to do better.
We're super aligned.
Yes.
We're like, we don't want to give up on socializing, but if we don't feel like socializing, we won't.
Yeah.
And we want to wake up early, and we want to.
Yeah. The thing is, we wanna like we have and we wanna have the same lifestyle. We like the same things, not just about mindset. That yes, of course, but things we eat. Places we like to go to, things we like, activities we want to do, sports.
The topics we like to talk about.
Like listening to the podcast in the morning. Not everyone likes to listen to a podcast in the morning. Same music. We both dance reggaeton. So we are so aligned about everything.
I remember also in Uluwatu, which was the trip we said we did like just right after. We really realized how we both didn't really care. Like I loved, there were some moments that I would like see the scene from outside. And I was like, we didn't care about what people would say, what people would do. We were like, I'm down to this. And we were dancing in the middle of like, even if people were looking, even if no one else was dancing. If we wanted to record, we record. If we wanted to sing, we sing. And that was like never judging each other.
No, exactly. And another thing is that, you know, sometimes when you meet someone, like especially like in the beginning of a friendship or a relationship, whatever, there are like those moments of silence where it's like cringe, uncomfortable. Like you don't know, like, are you mad at me or like why we are not talking? And with us, like it never happened. Like
we laugh about it.
Yeah, from the beginning, like we had our moment, like I just want to be on my phone or I just, you know, don't want to talk, but not because I'm something with you. I'm just like off, like my energy is off, and it was like natural.
Yeah, for sure. We're like both with our phones, and we're like, oh, it's that moment of the day.
Fine. It's that moment. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I remember I read this question before. There was like, how did you trust like another person like immediately? Because usually
and it takes some time. People struggle to
like I struggle to do that, and I'm kind of the same. Like I don't trust everybody in the beginning, and I like struggle to trust people right now because like something happened in my life, so I don't really trust people anymore. But with her, I don't know, it was just like an energy thing, you know, like when there's chemistry, I don't know how to say it, like something clicked. And I didn't even think like, can I trust this girl or not? I was just like, let's go with the flow. What is gonna happen is gonna happen, you know?
On my side, I read that and I remember you hinted some things from your past, which I really appreciated because I was like, this girl is like being transparent. And you said, for me, it's not always easy to trust people. And I think I also made sure from the beginning because I'm quite empathetic with that. So I was like, I told you, I understand and I will give your time and your space if you don't want to talk about certain things. Or if you do. But just so you know, I've also been through like shit. And I know how it feels, so I would never use whatever you say against you. And like,
but a lot of people say that,
I know. But I think I made sure to like reassure it, but not in a way of like, tell me, I won't do anything. It was a way of like, take your time, take your space. But I know how it feels like, so don't worry because I understand.
Did you manifest to meet someone like this on your trip?
We never talked about this, so what's your take on this?
Yes, like I manifested before coming to Bali. I made a vision board with all the things that I want in my life, and between all the stuff, there was also friendship, like real friendship. And one thing is, I always dream of living with a friend, like sharing like an apartment, because I never had that experience. Like I had not roommates, but flatmates during uni, but it was like the worst experience because I didn't know these people. Like they were my friends.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I always had this dream, like also like with my best friend, I was like, I wanna like live with my friend for like a period of time, and I couldn't have it. And now like I was like so happy to have it because it's very cool. Like you share everything. Yeah, it's very cool. And like the other day, like I was looking at my vision board, and it's crazy, guys, because
everything is accomplished.
I have everything. I'm only missing one thing, like a guy, but like okay, whatever. We're working on that. Okay, we're working on that. But yeah, I also had a friend in the vision board. I was like hoping, you know, like I'm going to Bali and I want to find someone to share the experience with. So yeah, I kind of like manifested.
In my case, I remember I was.
In your case, you were. No, I don't want to meet anybody.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love like I came solo and I love solo trips, and I was like, this is me time. But in the plane, I had this moment of like, I want to journal now. And it was right before arriving, like before landing. And I wrote, I know I'm going to meet like meaningful people. And I've not had the best experiences with friendship overall, like in my life. And I remember I was like having this strong feeling of like, because yeah, like networking and people that inspire you to maybe like have a wider vision was like what I had in mind a lot. But I was like, I hope I find like, I know I will find meaningful connections. And when this came up, I was like, this makes sense. Anyways, about manifestation, we are very big on it. And as someone who used to be super skeptical, I swear, if you are, you're missing out. And that's one thing that really united us from the beginning.
Yeah, I really believe in manifestation. So like we also received questions about like, hey girls, please do a video about manifestation. But the thing is, it's a very like big
wide topic.
Yeah.
And it literally like deserves like to give the time to it.
Yeah.
So if it's something of interest, like we can definitely do a longer video about it.
Yeah, just comment with like things you guys want to know, questions about manifestation.
Yes.
Like about like the practice, the techniques, but also like internal shift that you have to do to manifest, because that's very important. Like that's the most important thing. You have to change your own thoughts and beliefs and everything to manifest. It's not just like writing.
Honestly, I get excited. Like, oh my god,
I have like so much things to say. So if you guys want a video about manifestation,
we can do something specifically for that. And I hope that helps people, because it helped us.
Like I changed my life.
Yes, I changed my life.
Yeah, and my life is gonna change more and more.
Yes.
So yeah, just comment with every question you guys have, so we can have like we can do a video about it.
So what's your future plans after Bali? What will you do when you're physically not together anymore?
Okay, so we received like these questions a lot.
Yes.
Like, how are you gonna live without Alba?
How is your friendship going to become? What is Alba gonna do when you're back in Italy? Like, we'll survive, guys.
Exactly. We're gonna survive without each other. Like, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, we're gonna text, video call, and we're gonna probably like have other trips together. So, what's my plan for the future? I have to leave Bali in the middle of like September. I'm going. I don't want to say that. Like I don't know.
It's fine.
I'm going on a trip. It's like a dream trip for like 5 days, and then I'll be back in Italy. I have to go back to Italy for some work stuff. I have to go to like an event where I was invited to. I'm gonna do like a group trip. Hold on, like now we're gonna talk about it. And then I'm going to Dominican Republic with 2 group trips with my community in November. And after that, I think like my plan right now is to stay in Latin America and travel there. I don't know, like I kind of know like the places like Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, but I don't like plan anything yet.
Structuring it yet.
Yeah, I don't even know for how many months, because I was thinking like for 6 months, and right now I'm like maybe I should just do 2 or 3 and then come back to Bali or whatever. I don't know, like I'm so confused right now about this. I don't know, like if you want to say your future plans.
You also have for like New Year's Eve. That's something.
Oh yeah, New Year's Eve is gonna be in Brazil. Like that's it. Like that I know. The work can fall apart. I'm gonna go to Brazil for New Year's Eve, and maybe you can join me.
Yeah, that was I was about to say. So, my future plans after Bali. So I'm gonna leave more or less when she leaves, like end of September, and I'm gonna go back home, which is Barcelona. My idea is to like it only honestly depends. I'm gonna talk about it afterwards. But I'm working on some personal stuff, so it depends on how that goes. But my intention is to go and be based in Dubai for like the end of the year, more or less. So yeah, end November, beginning December, something like that.
But if you want to come to Brazil,
I might join Martina for Brazil, but it all has to make sense. So I'm still like figuring that out. For sure, Brazil is gonna be like on my mind, and I might just hop whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
And then then my idea is.
I mean, also because like everybody that I met here in Bali is going to Brazil.
Here, Brazil is gonna be packed.
Yeah, like everyone I know here is gonna be there. Like it's
But also
crazy.
because here people are like traveling around.
Yeah.
You don't, if you go in your hometown and you're like,
no.
yeah.
No, exactly. But I'm happy actually that everyone that I know here
It's
is
in the
gonna be
same-
there. We're
yeah.
gonna be like they're all together. That's crazy. I wanna be like based in Dubai, and that's also like a dream of mine in the future, but
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, but
Because
that's
this
also
year is
something we
crazy.
talked about in the beginning. I was like, I just came from Dubai. I want to be based in Dubai. I want to be based in Dubai as well.
Yeah.
So guys, don't worry. Our ways in a way or another are gonna be.
Yeah, and you're gonna see each other again. And also, so since I'm already like, if you guys don't know, like I'm telling you right now, I organize like a lot of group trips with my community, with strangers, with other people that I don't know, so we can like, travel together. And we are considering, and if you guys would like us to do it, let us know. We can like organize group trips together, retreats together. Like
We talked about this in the beginning, and it's been something we have in mind because we do have a similar lifestyle, as we said, and we would love to share this mindset with a more like retreat oriented trip where we would do like share our like manifestation mode of like living life,
the mindset, like,
girlhood.
Yeah, everything like related to good energy, positivity, positive mindset, sport, a healthy lifestyle, like those kind of stuff. So yeah, if you guys would like that, let us know.
Yeah, it's on our mind. So
yeah, we're
maybe
working.
sooner than we expect.
Yes, exactly.
Here.
Here
it comes the sauce.
And here, like I think the best part of this video.
This is what people actually care about.
Exactly.
So,
they were like, oh, finally something interesting.
So here it says, do you have the same type when it comes to guys? And if so, what is it?
Okay, so we found out like on the first day that we like the same guy. I was like, what kind of guy do you like? And she was like, like she didn't want to say it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna say first. I like black guys. And she was like, I like black guys too.
Is this going to be on the internet? Okay.
Wow, like I mean, we're not saying anything bad. It's just a preference. It's like a type that we have.
Yeah, physically. I will say physically, we do like the same type. We obviously are very like into our fitness routine. So we like someone that shares this, like someone who's fit, who has this like mindset and lifestyle as well. Yes, if they are like, they got some color in them, it's good.
Very good.
Yeah. But then,
tall?
Yeah.
It has to be like, has like beautiful smile. But yeah, good looking, but of course. But we have, so like in general, the same types, but we like different kind of guys.
Yeah. When it comes to personality, there's
but not only personality, also like physically. Like sometimes you say,
that's cute, and you're like,
I like him like I don't.
And
In the opposite. Okay. Instead, I think we like the same kind of
Not
guys.
really.
Ambitious.
We really like ambitious. We like someone who's like, I'm intentional with you. I like you. Like,
yeah, but also like focused on personal growth.
Yes.
Emotional intelligence.
Yes. All these things, yes. But I think when it comes to like,
oh yeah, we like difference. Like
Yeah.
I like extrovert. Like funny guys.
Yes.
You like the one
don't
that stays
care
in
if
his
you're
room
not
by
funny.
himself all day, not talking to
I like a
anybody.
homebody, and you're like, oh, that's boring. And
That's
I kind of like
boring.
boring guys.
No.
Not boring.
I want to do something like every day. Let's go out. Let's do something.
I like someone active, but I don't want someone who needs to be out there. Like, I don't need you to make me laugh. I need to have fun with you, but not you to make me laugh. And you're like, oh, I want him to be like.
No, yeah. No, I understand.
So,
Yeah.
in that sense, I like someone a bit more low key, and she's like, okay, with someone a bit more out there.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh, I remember there was a question about like your malessere.
Okay.
I don't think you want to talk about it.
I can, but it was malessere for those who are not Italian. It's like past experiences with like guys.
I would say like playboys. Like bad experiences with guys.
Yeah, I have not really had that. Like, the last one yet.
Yeah, I mean like what?
Okay, to be honest, I don't know. We can do like story times about this because we both have very different love lives, but
Yeah.
some crazy stories over there.
Yeah.
So I think that's longer. But yeah, we
can do
about
like
it.
another video about like.
Yeah, enough guys for today, okay? Let's get to the deep stuff again. Thank you. How come Alba is in Bali and what does she do for a living? What has she studied? Okay, so I have my degree in publicity, advertising. I don't even know how to translate
Yeah,
that.
like in Italy,
And
I think
personal
it's
relationships.
like communication and PR in Italy.
Yeah, or
Something like that.
yeah, I did when I did the Erasmus was comunicazione aziendale.
Comunicazione aziendale, yeah.
Whatever. This was just because I knew from an early age I was like very oriented to like sales, but I also have a really creative part of it. Right now, I'm not really focused on that side. The sales side, yes. Ooh. But yeah, how come I'm in Bali? I came here, honestly, I just came back from a solo trip and it was such a good experience. And when I came back home, I was like, nothing changes. Like, you get back, and for me, something I like to say, it's comfort zone is not growth zone. At least for me, not anymore. So I was like, if I stay here, it's not where I need to be in this moment of my life to push myself out there, like to open my mind, to see more opportunities. Because as I said, I want to focus in personal projects. So 10 days before coming, I just booked the flights because I had a feeling of I need to go there. I had this feeling before when I had to choose a destination for my other trip. And then I was like, I need to do it. I need to scratch that.
But I think like it was the same for me and for a lot of people that came to Bali. You feel something. I don't know, it's like the energy of Bali calling you. And you're like, I have to go there.
Yes.
You know, like there's something waiting for me there. And yeah.
So for me, it was just following that instinct. As said, was a really last minute thing.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to like what I do for a living, I've been in the fashion industry for the past 2 years, but then I decided like the corporate life is not for me, the 9 to 5, like no. And I said, okay, I want to quit and I want to focus on my personal things. So right now I'm in that moment of like trying to build my own thing, but I'm still figuring out a lot of things, like no shame, straightforward. So yeah.
But also like one thing I want to say, like you have to remember, and you guys that are listening too, like you're young, you're 23, so it's okay to not really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I know you feel...
I feel overwhelmed because I'm very like strict. I have a lot of ambitions, a lot of projects, but when you have a lot and you are not focusing in one thing or you don't see like the clear path yet, it can be overwhelming.
Yes.
But I know I'm gonna get there, and I know it's just about time and about understanding, but obviously sometimes it's big.
Yeah. But sometimes it's good to be feel lost a little bit.
I know.
Because you're building. That's
the important thing is like to keep going forward and to have something to look forward to. Yes. And about the figuring out, one thing I will say is like when you're a kid, I feel like you're like, I will have everything figured out by when I'm 30.
Oh.
And honestly, when you grow up, you just realize how everyone is just figuring it out throughout their entire life. Because when it's not about work, it's about family goals or about personal stuff
Yeah.
or about your identity. Like there is a lot of things, and that's totally okay. It's something that people don't want to share because it feels very vulnerable. But honestly, if you're figuring out, probably
Everyone
91%, and 91, very specific, in your surroundings is. And if you're not, it's probably because you are accepting what others have set up for you. Okay. So it's because you're not questioning enough.
Yeah.
Is this what I want? Is this what... So I'll leave it there. You give it a thought.
Yeah.
We're gonna get through the end now. So last 2 questions. Did you already have an argument? And if so, how did you overcome it? Martina, do you want to answer to this?
Okay, so we never had like an argument, but we had like 2 bad days because so it was a lot. Okay, we were staying together as we said for like 10 days, living together 24 hours every day. Then she had to take the decision if she wanted to stay here in Bali because she was supposed to leave Bali on the 29th.
Yeah, my flight home was 10 days ago.
Yeah. And then she had to decide like, I want to stay in Bali, I want to extend my visa here and everything, or I just want to go back to Barcelona. So there were like a few days she was deciding. And in the meantime, we had to move villa. So we had to look for a new villa or a guest house, and I didn't know like, are you gonna be with me? So we're gonna look for something together, or I have to look for something by myself. And we are both very independent, and we came here on a solo trip. So we are like...
Having to rely on someone to make this decision was overwhelming on both sides.
Yeah.
Because you had to wait on me to choose when you were like, girl, I want to have it figured it out.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, I need to take this decision in base also of you and taking you into account and doing it fast, but it's also something that changes completely my plans, and I have to think financially as well. Flights were not like the flight whatever was not cooperating, so it was a bit
everything was so overwhelming. And one thing is, when you are so used to be by yourself, like especially when you travel, but in general in life, you're used to be by yourself. Like I don't have a boyfriend, so when you have like someone that is a boyfriend, or like in this case a friend, you have to compromise and you have to
consider someone else
in your plans. Like I want to do this like today or like in the next month, and I'm considering you as well. So it's just harder, you know. And when you are by yourself for a lot of time, then you are not used to it anymore, and you're like,
no one questions it. Every time it just depends on you.
Exactly.
So having someone that has you holding into some like in things or changing your plans, it's a bit difficult to adapt. So we were struggling definitely with that part.
Yeah. So we had like just like this day that I was moody, and so we were just like, let's not stay together today. Just, you know,
let's have our time. And then how we overcome it, I just literally found the prettiest villa. And then Martina was like, oh yeah, this is fantastic, we can stay. I said, okay.
And the other day, we had another argument actually. I just remember when we were supposed to go to dinner with some friends, they bailed on us like 10 minutes before the dinner. Oh, you don't remember? Your friends?
Yes.
So she had some friends. We were supposed to go to dinner like all together, and then they bailed on us like 10 minutes before the dinner. I was so upset. And she was calling them on the phone while we were like supposed to figure out what to do for dinner, because it was already like 9:30.
Mind you, I was calling them to figure it out because they were not fucking replying.
Exactly. But at the same time, I was like, girl, talk to me, so let's figure it out. Like, I don't care about these people. So I was like angry, like not angry, like
at some point you were like, girl, okay,
whatever, I'll just order my food and I'll eat it in my room. So we had like that moment, and then the day after it was okay.
How did we overcome it? Because I'm quite easy. I need to like solve things. So I remember I texted her because I was like, I don't want to invade your space. If you need your time to think, I texted her about it. Next day I didn't really know how it would be. But like you were okay with it, and I'm easygoing with it, so we just like
Yeah,
move
'cause
forward, and that's
on this we are very different.
Yeah.
So she's one, or like she wants to talk. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Because you are used to like you wanna fix everything, you know, also before going to bed.
Yeah, for me, communication it's very important, even
Yeah.
if it's like, you know, I mean,
Uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah. For me it's not, because I'm not used to communicate, like also like how I grew up. There was a problem and we were like,
next day
let's
you're like,
pretend
yes, it
nothing
didn't
happened.
happen.
So I'm just used to that, but so we are different on that and we can work on it.
It's good. Like at the end of the day, I always understand where you come from, where I come from. I think the important thing is when it's like we can see it objectively, just like being like, okay, I'm like this because of this, and like this.
Yeah.
How are we gonna work it out? And that's
Yeah.
it. But it worked out for us, so we're good.
Yay!
And last question. I'm sorry for you because I know this is so interesting, but yeah, we're gonna do more videos. We will keep you posted. So, Jesus Christ, this question, we had different variations of this, but you
This
look
is like the normal one.
yeah, you look like soulmates. Have you ever thought of being a couple?
Actually, we are. we lied to you guys.
Unfortunately, we don't like women. Things would have been so easy.
Oh my god, yes. So
well,
we,
no, because you're moody. But
we are soulmates, and we always say that like we would be the perfect couple, but unfortunately, we like men.
yes, I mean, no shame to men, but like you
No
know,
shame.
it's
Yeah, shame.
no because we're changing our tone.
We are changing. Yeah,
There's wonderful men out there.
Wonderful. I love you.
So no, we have not thought about it. We always joke about like, hehe, if we like girls, we would be perfect.
Yeah, but
we
sometimes
just-
like we look like a couple. Like we are.
we have dynamics like a couple sometimes as well. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's just in a friendly way.
Yeah. only
Sadly
different.
for some of you,
Yeah.
yes.
Yay.
And
All
that's it for
right.
today.
Yes, I think we answered to everything, most of the
yeah.
questions. But if you guys have other questions, let us know in the comments.
This is just the beginning of a series. We have
Yes.
a lot to talk about.
So yeah, I hope you guys like the video. Just like it, subscribe if you are not subscribed yet.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Bye guys.